What child does not love a choo-choo train? I'm sure there are some exceptions, but the majority of children love trains. I was the same as a child. Even as an adult, I still have a very big soft spot for trains, so I was quite excited about Choo Choo Express, which is the 32nd episode of the second season of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And in this one, Professor Von Drake has announced that he has a machine that can create infinite snow that doesn't melt, but he has a problem. He has to go off and make it somewhere else, but he doesn't know how to transport it back. So he presents Mickey and the gang with a blueprint for a train, and while he's off, they decide to gather the things they need to make this train and the train tracks and put it together so they can help Professor Von Drake bring everything back. I think the snow aspect of it is interesting, but a little bit weird and not necessarily necessary, but at the same time, they had to have a reason to create the train, so why not that? The train itself is very colourful, and it starts off with him trying to gather all different kinds of shapes. And there's our first opportunity for education. Can you name the shapes? Can they identify what could be the caboose? Every time Goofy said caboosey, I wanted to scream. It very much irritated me. I don't know if I'm alone with that. But aside from that, it was quite a pleasant episode. They gather up the different shapes they need to make the train, and then they have to gather up the different tracks and put them in a sequence. And it actually annoyed me a little bit, because let's say the sequence was blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow. Donald put them red, yellow, blue, but that's still the same sequence. That's still correct. It's just he's missing the first red one, and Mickey was like, that's not the right sequence. But actually, that is the right sequence because it's meant to continue. You're meant to have a continuous pattern of those colours, and Donald did do it correct. So I thought that that was actually a really bad decision. They should have made it, if it was blue, red, yellow, they should have made Donald put it yellow, red, blue, because that would have been incorrect. So I think that was an oversight. But I don't think too many children are going to suddenly not be able to learn sequences of colours as a result of that. I'm just, as an adult brain, overthinking it. But I like the fact that we're looking at colours, patterns, shape names, so many educational opportunities for the young viewer. And of course, you have a train as well. And although I said a lot of children love trains, there will be children who are quite scared by trains. They're loud, they're noisy, they're often very busy and full of people. This can help to ease that transition when they've never been on a train, but you can remind the child about that time they watched Mickey and friends go on a train, and it's going to be just like that, except less colourful and less fun. So I like that aspect of it as well. I think there are so many things with this that work that are really enjoyable. It's brightly coloured, great opportunities for learning. I love trains. Choo Choo Express is definitely a fun episode, an educational episode, one that I really cannot find any fault with, apart from Goofy saying caboosey. Aside from that, really brilliant episode.